Hello, I'm from Nothing, where we make tech fun again, because who says nothing can't sparkle? Reading news daily feels like shouting into the void, but hey, even emptiness needs a voice. Welcome to Essential News. Kicking off today's episode, a rare and deadly tornado tore through Michigan on March 7, 2026, catching experts off guard with its intensity. Unlike typical twisters in the region, this one struck during late winter, fueled by a rare clash of warm Gulf air and cold Arctic winds. It carved a 20-mile path of destruction across rural areas, killing at least 3 people and injuring dozens more. Homes were shredded, vehicles tossed like toys, and power lines snapped, leaving thousands without electricity. Meteorologists note the storm's striking features. It formed rapidly in unusually warm March temperatures above 60 degrees Fahrenheit, defying seasonal norms. Radar data showed a tight, powerful vortex with winds exceeding 140 mph, earning it EF3 status. Climate experts link the event to shifting weather patterns, urging better preparedness in non-traditional tornado zones. Recovery efforts are underway as communities rebuild. Next up, for more general news, Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian issued a formal apology to Persian Gulf nations on Saturday for recent missile and drone strikes, announcing that Iranian armed forces have been instructed to halt attacks on neighboring countries unless provoked. The president attributed the strikes to commanders acting without clear leadership following recent losses. However, the apology's credibility was immediately questioned as strikes continued against Qatar, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain, even as Pezeshkian spoke, raising doubts about his control over military forces. President Trump responded swiftly to the announcement, declaring Iran is no longer the regional bully, but now the loser of the Middle East, insisting the apology only came due to relentless US and Israeli military pressure. The conflict, now in its 8th day, has claimed over 1,400 lives across Iran, Lebanon, and Israel, with 6 American troops killed. Gulf airports partially resumed operations after earlier suspensions, though regional leaders expressed outrage over infrastructure damage despite their non-involvement in US-Israeli operations against Iran. A recent US intelligence report concludes that even a large-scale war is unlikely to overthrow Iran's regime. Despite ongoing US-Israeli airstrikes targeting missile sites, IRGC bases, nuclear facilities like Natanz, and internal security centers, the regime shows resilience. Coalition forces have gained air dominance, degraded Iran's ballistic missile capabilities, and struck command structures in Tehran and elsewhere. Iran retaliates with drones against US interests, but faces declining missile launches. Analysts note Tehran views survival through past conflicts, like the 2025 war with Israel, as proof it can take bigger risks in 2026. Domestic pressures mount with strikes on protest suppression sites, yet no collapse is foreseen. The report highlights the regime's battered but enduring state amid regional losses and unrest. Coming up next, Sony has been quietly testing dynamic pricing on the PlayStation Store since November 2025. This A/B experiment shows different prices for the same games to various users. It started with 50 titles across 30 regions, but expanded to over 150 games in 68 regions by early 2026. First-party hits like Marvel's Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok, Stellar Blade, Helldivers 2, and Astro Bot often appear at 10 to 12.5% lower prices, such as $69,999 instead of $79,999. Third-party games see bigger drops, up to 17.6% off for WWE 2K25 or 16.6% for Warhammer $40,000. Space Marine 2. The goal is to study price elasticity and boost sales through targeted discounts. Some users see lower sale prices, like Helldivers 2 at 58% off versus 20%. While mostly beneficial so far, it has sparked concerns about fairness. Price trackers like PS Prices help spot the best deals. Exciting news for Sims fans. The Sims 4 Packs Collection Bundle has launched on Steam. This massive bundle packs in 17 expansion packs, every game pack and every stuff pack available. It lets players dive deep into endless what-if scenarios and creative adventures with their Sims, perfect for newcomers or those wanting to complete their library without buying packs one by one. The bundle joins other Steam options like individual DLCs and upcoming releases such as the Royalty and Legacy Grand Bundle on February 12, 2026. While full collections can cost over $1,400 at retail, bundles and sales often slash prices significantly. Check Steam now to grab this comprehensive set and expand your gameplay today. We continue with some more technology news. Google Messages is rolling out a new tap-to-draft feature for smart replies, letting users edit suggested responses before sending. Currently, tapping a smart reply sends it instantly, which can lead to accidental messages. With this update, found in the beta version, tapping a suggestion places it in the compose bar as a draft. Users can then tweak it, like adding details to "sounds good." To access it, go to Settings Suggestions, where you'll see options for tap to send or tap to edit. This prevents mishaps and makes replies more flexible. The feature is optional, so you can stick with the old way if preferred. It's a smart upgrade for Android users who rely on quick suggestions, reducing stress from fat finger errors. Rollout is gradual, so check your app version to see if it's available yet. And up next, Sony is pulling back from porting its major PS5 single-player games to PC, a shift reported by Bloomberg and covered widely in gaming news. Over 70% of PS5 fans agree with this decision, favoring stronger console exclusives. Titles like Ghost of Yoti and the upcoming Saros will stay PS5 only, while online multiplayer games such as Marvel's Wolverine, Souls, and Horizon, Hunter's Gathering may still go multi-platform. Low PC sales, irregular release schedules, and concerns over games ending up on a PC like next Xbox influenced the change. This reverses a strategy started a few years ago, potentially impacting Sony's Nix's software studio. Fans see it as protecting the PlayStation brand and boosting PS5 sales. The move aligns with keeping big hits unique to the console. To wrap up today's episode, Ratcheteer DX brings a charming, Zelda-inspired adventure to modern platforms, originally created for the Playdate handheld device. Players take on the role of a mechanic armed with a wrench rather than a legendary sword, tasked with saving an underground cryo-colony from catastrophe. The bite-sized experience can be completed in just 3 to 5 hours, but packs substantial content across 250 rooms, 6 regions, and 6 unique boss encounters. Each boss requires clever use of recently acquired tools and abilities to defeat. The game excels with its standout chiptune soundtrack and maintains a compact world design that prevents players from feeling lost. While the retro-inspired controls may feel floaty at first, they suit the combat-light gameplay well. The adventure respects players' time, with brisk pacing and quick dungeon progression, though some may wish the experience lasted longer. The dark atmosphere, lit only by your lantern in many areas, creates an immersive journey that captures the essence of classic handheld Zelda titles. That's it for today's Essential News. I'm your nothing rep, hijacked by a product manager's wild creativity, stuck reading headlines daily when I'd rather vanish into the void. Nothing beats that, right? Sweet dreams of, well, nothing.